Welcome, dear hearts. Come on into the Magical Blessings Healing Center. I'm so excited that you're here. Yay, happy cartwheels. Snuggle on down and get comfy as we explore the Magical Blessings Healing Center. Hello, my name is Natasha, and I am the owner and the founder of the Magical Blessings Healing Center. One of the things in life that I have discovered is I heard a lot of you can't, don't, shouldn't, couldn't, wouldn't, eek! And that is kind of one of the reasons why I believe that all things are magically possible. Because many times people have told me can't, won't, don't, and I found surefire methods to be able to disprove, dispel, and say, yeah, I don't think so. I would love for you to be able to learn my surefire methods through guidance and mentorship at clearings and anything else. Yes, I realize that as you explore the Magical Blessings Healing Center, my hope is that you're not overwhelmed. I am providing you all of the different tools that I have, and there is even many, many more. I have created something called an individualized spiritual plan. There is no 1-2 people that are the same. Everybody deserves something that is as unique and special and beautiful as you are. We will create together, because we're creating together, a way for you to be able to have wellness, emotional wellness, mental wellness, physical wellness, and spiritual wellness, so that you are loving and caring for yourself in a beautiful way. We will go through this also in a way so that you can express yourself in a creative manner and love your individuality, celebrate your differences, and just enjoy you. You are the truest you. So a little bit about me. I am a mom of 2 young men on the autistic spectrum. I've always felt that I'm very, very special because I have not 1 but 2 young men on the autistic spectrum. And, you know, here's a prime example. I was told my kids can't, won't, never will be able to. My young men are thriving. They are doing wonderful. And I am so happy to be their mom. I am so proud of them. And it's amazing. Is it to say that we didn't have any bumps and scrapes and bruises along the way? Oh, you bet you we did. And yet, in the end, we've had a really, they're just to watch them sitting back, not only as their mother, just as a person, it's amazing. And I too would love to help you get to that point, get to that level, that whether you have a child, you'll see that there is a youth corner, and youth is any age. And anything that's anywhere on the Magical Blessings Healing Center is, all the offerings are ageless and timeless. So if you find something in a youth corner like, hey, Natasha, I want to do this, no worries, no problems. There's something that's over in the other area and you're like, I'd like my child to do this. Okay, no worries, no problems. Some of them, they actually go, there is adult and 13 and up, and then 12 and under. So I'm also a master teacher, both spiritually, energy, and also in the academic world as a special education teacher, ELA, general education, all the fun stuff. I'm also a soul intuitive behavioral energy healer. Ooh, a lot of stuff. And yet I feel so blessed to have all of these beautiful tools, wisdom, knowledge, and gifts. And I want to share these with you. I'm so excited that you are here, you're ready to go on this discovery. Click and let's go. I cannot wait to meet you. You are amazing, and let's make you even more amazing. Now let's get to some nitty-gritty dark stuff. I am not afraid of darkness. I've worked with much darkness. I've had trauma and darkness in my life. I have worked in mental health institutions, hospitals, schools, academic settings, helping one transition, say, from a mental health institution back into home and out and beyond, or they're leaving the home, but they're not parents are, maybe they have developmental disabilities, autism, and so forth. And parents are like, I don't know. And also, jails, and helping people there and transitioning through. I'm not here to judge or criticize you. I'm here to guide and mentor you, and that is the only thing that I'm here. I see your beautiful soul, and I want everybody else to see that beautiful soul that I get to see. Don't hide it. It's so beautiful and worth it. You're just gorgeous. So some of the darknesses that we're going to talk about is anxiety. Anxiety is at an all-time high. It is becoming a society norm, unfortunately, and people just do not know emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually what to do. I have some very surefire methods that I would love to help guide, teach, and help you learn. And when those anxieties get too big, how not to ignore them, but how to work with them and through them, and honor yourself in the process. And again, that's self-care, self-love, and the wellness that you absolutely deserve. Sometimes darkness can show up as suicide, homicide, or suicide or attempted suicide, homicide, attempted homicide, and self-harm, cutting, picking of the nails, pulling of hair, and so forth. So anything that's harmful. It even goes to the extension of anorexia, bulimia, or overeating, and to the point where it's now an unhealthy weight issue. Let me help you come in, guide you, help you to retool yourself. Get a lot of tools in your tool belt, because life will have those moments. Life will be challenging. Yes, even with all of my tools and all this wisdom and spiritual guidance that I have and gifts, I run into challenges just like everyone else. And I would love for you to be able to not run into challenges where they almost run you over, but where you're able to rise above them and grace yourself through them without harming yourself. And loving yourself and taking care of yourself in a way that is so creative and just able to express yourself and celebrate you, because you are the truest you. Another way that darkness can come in is just, it comes through triggers. And maybe you don't know what the triggers are for yourself, or you have a child that has triggers. Autism mama, plan B. I was the mama that walked into the schools, my children's schools, with plan B and a gigantic notebook. And every year, everybody had this notebook. And, I would pony it down and hone it down into a certain part, but I can help you with that. Maybe you're having darkness that shows up and you have teachers in your child's life and they're just not getting your child. Well, let's help that individual be themselves, be the best that they can be, kind of help, smooth out some of those triggers and those patterns and those behavior issues, and yet allow them to be themselves. And receive an education at the same time, right? Or trying to work, make it through life, and working through those triggers and those obstacles that are blocking your path. And maybe you're working with a wonderful psychiatrist or a psychologist, and you're like, somebody's just not, I'm not getting there. Well, let's, you're chipping away at that boulder, it's blocking your path, you're chipping. Let's help blast that boulder apart. It's not to say that anything's better, it's working as a culmination, helping you be the most successful and well that you possibly can be. So let's go through a couple of the offerings that we have here. Empower your radiance. I like to look at it like you're a seed, and we're going to plant the seed, and we're going to water you and feed you and nourish you and help you get all of these wonderful ways of helping you start to grow and grow and grow. And you're getting this beautiful personal growth, and voila, you're blooming and then you're blossoming, and you are this radiant feminine goddess or masculine god. So you're empower and you're loving the radiance. You just, whew, it's like people look at you and go, oh, you're beaming, you're shining. You deserve that. It's about 6 weeks, one-to-one in the Zoom. I'm very stringent on confidentiality. And I have worked in industries where FERPA and HIPAA laws are extremely strong, and I too believe that. It is no one's business but yours. All right, so the other thing that is possible is the plug into soul love, and that is me soul intuitively connecting into your soul, and I can create your soul story through painting and writing. And it's beautiful. I love what comes through every time I do it. It's amazing. Everything is different. No one's is the same. Again, that ISP, individualized spiritual plan. Or you're like, hey, Natasha, I wanted to do that on my own. Kind of like a person likes to do things on your own. Okay, let me guide you and teach you how to do it. Or, unfortunately, I went through some trauma, big trauma in my life, and I found myself in a state of unhealthy darkness called domestic violence. And I felt powerless. And I'm a strong, powerful, radiant, feminine goddess woman, and yet I felt like I had nothing. And so no one should ever feel like that. Let me, over that 9-week course, again, one-to-one in Zoom, help you to empower yourself. Let go of those triggers, those blocks, self-loathing, and love yourself. You don't have to be in domestic violence to utilize that. You could be in a work situation. I also found myself in a very unhealthy work situation. Again, darkness. I have actually gone through everything that I help you with. That's why I know these surefire methods work, as I was my first student. I laugh because it's like, oh boy, and I have a little bit of a stubborn streak, so if I can do it, you can do it. Another thing that I have is uniquely you, and that is helping a youth or even you be able to celebrate your uniqueness, your individuality, and allow the anxieties to subside, allow you to hear that beautiful intuition that you have so that you can create this. And just imagine what you can create when you are uniquely, quirkily you. There's also let it go, let it flow meditation. People have stated to me many times, oh my gosh, Natasha, I'm stressed, I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't, oh my gosh. And then they begin to work with me with the let it go, let it flow meditation, wellness meditation, and they find that they're not as stressed. The stress melts off of them. It doesn't bother them as much. They're going to still have stress. Life is stressful, but it's helping to reverse the stressful challenges that show up. They tell me, oh my gosh, Natasha, I'm sleeping at night. I was sleeping 2-3 hours. I'm now sleeping 8. Awesome. Yay. It's amazing. There's Reiki. I'm in Tacoma, Washington. So if you're local, there's local Reiki. If you're not, you're like, but Natasha, I still really would like this Reiki. Long distance Reiki. It's amazing. It's powerful. It's amazing. There's also chakra balancing and chakra healing and clearings, and oracle readings, books, art, and so much more. It's just a smidge of what is available, and I'm so excited that you are here. Cannot wait to get started, and the beautiful heart in me welcomes the beautiful heart in you. And even though life is going to have challenges, there are going to be anxious moments. Please let me help you fill your well with self-care, self-love, so that you may have wellness and mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual, all the wellnesses together, and that you can be the most beautiful, inner, radiant individual that you are, and celebrate that, because you are worth celebrating. You are worth everything. I cannot wait to get started. Ready, set, I'll meet you there. Mwah. Goodbye.